lesson 7, pitch. Being able to sing in tune or sing on pitch is one of the most essential skills a singer must acquire in order to develop a great singing voice. But how do you actually know whether you're singing in tune or not? Well, that's something we're going to focus a lot on during this lesson. But before we get started, I'd like to recommend that you set yourself up with some sort of recording device so that you can really make this lesson count, especially if you know you have pitch issues. As we sing through the exercises in this lesson, it's a great idea to record yourself so that you can then pause the video and listen back to what you've recorded. It's also a great idea to continue doing this when you're using the audio exercises. So if you need to go and set that up, pause the video now and go and do that. So singing well requires that you constantly and consistently analyze your vocal sound and skill alongside the music you're singing to. This means really listening to the sound that you're producing, along with the sensations you feel while singing, especially when it comes to pitch. There are many reasons for singing out of tune, some of which are pitch familiarity. So when you first start learning a song, you're most likely going to be unfamiliar with the melody, not only with how the melody sounds, but what it feels like to sing it. For example, most song melodies have a combination of stepping notes and notes that we have to jump up or down to, so to speak. Knowing how to get your voice to the next pitch, i.e. knowing how far you need to jump or how many notes you have to step through, is often unfamiliar when you first begin learning a song. And so you may find yourself around searching around for the right pitch, and at times overshooting or underestimating the distance you need to step or jump in order to sing the correct note. However, rather than this being a technical issue, it's more of a familiarity issue. And we're going to work through some exercises using scales and intervals to help strengthen our ability to sing different pitches, whether they be stepping notes or jumping notes when we're singing a song. Technical issues. Okay, technical issues such as insufficient or excessive amounts of energy, incorrect placement, and lack of preparation for the phrase ahead can also lead us to singing out of tune. During this lesson, we're going to look at and practice just how much energy you're going to need when singing in different vocal registers. We're also going to learn which areas of your body certain notes and phrases need to be projected from, and learn how to prepare for that even before we sing the phrase. So 3, active listening. The number 3 reason for singing out of tune is through not listening very closely to how your voice sounds against the music you're singing to, whether that music be in your head or playing through a speaker. As I said earlier, and it's worth repeating, singing well requires that you constantly and consistently analyze your vocal sound and skill alongside the music you're singing to. This means really listening to the sound that you're producing, along with the sensations you feel while singing, especially when it comes to pitch. In other words, we need to be really excellent listeners in order to be really excellent singers. However, we need to be listening not only to the sounds we're making, but we also need to listen to the sensations in our bodies. So during this lesson, we're also going to do a couple of simple exercises that will help you hear and feel when you're in or out of tune with the music. So there are some of the things in general that can cause us to sing sharp, which is above the intended note, or flat, which is when we sing below the intended note. So before we get started on the exercises for this lesson, let's have a look at what singing sharp or flat really means and what it sounds like.